Hello guys, this is Modest Major here, bringing you some commentary over some Team Slayer. Now this is going to be a live commentary. I decided to do something on the lines of, speaking over each and every action I decide to take. I know a lot of people have been asking for more competitive-based gameplay for quite some time, and I wouldn't say this is necessarily competitive, but I'm definitely not, playing a lobby where I have a low CSR or, just trying to find the easier players. This is against fairly high-level players. I believe I'm a 20 CSR in Team Slayer, which is pretty decent for the most part, I suppose. But overall, I'm just going to be playing these games. I'm going to be talking over each and every action I make, and hopefully you guys can gather something from what I decide to do. Now, obviously, Adrift starts off in our spawn, and you can decide to go for either sniper. I tend to try and go for the sniper that least people are going for, honestly. I never really go OS. I know a lot of players like to go for overshield, but personally it really frustrates me if the enemy team have sniper control, and we don't have sniper control, especially if they're good. You can't really take that risk. And as you can see, I'm putting the pre-nades on them. Pretty much what you want to be doing. You want to be keeping them off sniper, but I have unfortunately been 3v1'd. Which isn't very good, but I think my teammate was showing up, so I'll go back there if I can. Actually, no, I'm going to take the enemy sniper. Obviously, if they take one sniper, you want to use the opposite sniper as a counter. Okay, this was the actual side that I was on. Never mind. I know he's dead. He was obviously distracted looking at that way. Now I'm going to pick up the sniper, go for some stupid ninja, and almost got it. I go for ninjas more than I should, for sure. It's something I need to. I don't know why. One day, I think I was recording for a montage at one point, and I started going for ninjas, and I got into a disgusting habit of doing it way more than I should. Now, I'm weak on shields, I'm just going to hide. This is where regen comes really in handy, because I've got AA efficiency, so the actual recharge time of regen is ridiculous, and I couldn't advise it more, honestly. I've tried using Thruster Pack. Okay, that was good. And I'm dead. I've tried using Thruster Pack beforehand, and honestly, I see so much more usage out of regen. That could be potentially just because I'm going for gameplays, and that's really useful because you want to keep your health high and you want to make sure you're not dying. And regen's definitely good at that. Okay, now I'm surrounded. It's very rare that I go in this corner. That corner's kind of dangerous because it's a dead end, and also you have the cliff behind you, so you could potentially get pushed to the back end. Right, I'm going to go try and pick up OS. Okay, someone else has picked it up. I think that was their team, so this could potentially be dangerous. And he's going up there. So, I mean, Adrift callouts. Obviously, I'm not in a full team, so I can't do callouts right now. I'm playing on my own. Adrift callouts I find much more difficult than any other map. I really do wish that... I'm dead. I really do wish that the hallways were color-coded in the fact that they were red and blue. I know you can see from the outside. I think if you look here, if it's got those blue lights on, that means that's blue street, and that's more dark red, that's red street. But still, it's kind of hard to tell that in the middle of the match. I think there might be a notifier on the actual street, but I definitely like maps that make callouts way more accessible to lower level players, because it really gets players into it, like Dispatch. Like, the amount of players who would never do callouts usually, I'm getting distracted by speaking too much, who would never do callouts usually, but they do decide to do them as a result. Oh gosh, this is bad. And my team are letting me down, of course. This is what happens when you go into Team Slayer. Like, you do get, very often you get teammates who literally don't know how to raise their gun. OS is rushing. I mean, I'm just trying to keep him back now. I got one. Okay, he's one shot. I got them both. That was fairly lucky. Pretty much sniper control is what I try to retain. I'm very power weapon focused, I'd say, my gameplay. Like, I wouldn't even say I have better, BR or strafe than a lot of players, but I'm pretty good at retaining power weapons. And I say that whilst I'm about to lose, but I go for the ninja because I'm an idiot. And, yeah, honestly, like, when someone's got OS and I know I'm in a bad position, although I should be weakening them, I feel like they're going to get weak by the next time they're in the next encounter, and I mean, honestly, assassination is pretty much my only viable option. Okay, there's 2 people there. This is a 4v1. I need to get out of here and get to my teammates. I mean, that's a problem. I don't mind teammates who aren't very good, but at the very least, I want them to be aggressive so that if you get into a dangerous situation, they're at least somewhere near so that if you weaken them down, they can try and kill them, or they can push in front of you. Okay, they've got 2 snipers up there. This is bad news. Or at the very least, gosh, this is just bad. Oh my god. I got a good nade on him at the very least. I don't know what this guy's doing. He's sniping, he's camping. For the record, that's pretty much the worst thing you can do. Like, if you look at what he's actually doing, he's just staring over here in the hope that somebody turns up, instead of actually using that sniper rifle to try and take out some of the opposing power positions. Like, you know, they had 2 snipers at one point, they had OS at one point. Why are they not rushing top middle? I do not know, because they should be. I mean, being aggressive... Yeah, being defensive is so selfish for your team. Like, I can't tell you guys the amount of times it screwed me up. Like, I'm a really aggressive player, or I like to think of myself as one anyway. And what I need above anything else is you to be aggressive. Because, like, you just need that support. Like, I don't know. It's frustrating because I believe, like... I'm okay with bad players. I'm not someone who gets annoyed at bad players because everyone's bad at one point. It's Halo, for Christ's sake. Like, you're gonna be bad. That's just a fact. And you could be bad for a very long time. You could never get good. Like, that just happens. I've seen players who have put countless hours into this game and really gotten nothing out of it. But what you want to be doing is, if you can't provide for the team in certain aspect, you have to find something that makes sense. And obviously, you know, the first thing that springs to mind, he's got sniper. The first thing that springs to mind is playing the objective. You know, if you're not the best player, try and cap a couple flags or cap a couple of ricochet points, because that gives points to your team. Anyone can really do it, even if you're not very good. Even if you're just running the ball to the opposing side, you're at least achieving something, and no one can really get mad at you. And then the other thing is just willing to play a support role. Instead of trying to be some sort of power weapon beast, you're actually contributing in the way. It's pretty hard to snipe. I was talking. Okay, so they've got snipe here. Ah, choked. But we're definitely turning this round right now. I don't know how well my team are doing. I haven't really checked, but... Okay, I'm choking. My no-scope is occasionally good, mostly bad, and I definitely think, like, I get overconfident in sniping, because, I mean, you can, like, honestly, I'm much better when I try and play a scoped role, and I just try and, you know, keep them away from me, but sometimes I get overconfident. It's definitely not something you can treat as, like, I mean, energy sword, you get this, like, rush of aggression. I don't think you should honestly get it with any power weapon. I don't know how he died. I think he killed himself. With any power weapon, it's bad to feel like you're indestructible because you'll run into problems too much. I'm on the frenzy now. I'm gonna get OS. I maybe should have got the saw. The saw's a really good combination with the sniper rifle. But I just want to be aggressive, honestly. Because saw means that, like, if you've got a saw in your back pocket, you can just take that out whenever someone rushes you with the sniper. And that's another thing, like, you've got to know when to switch weapons. I feel like a big problem that a lot of people have with sniper rifles is that they're reluctant to change weapons, because snipers are just fun to use. There's no other way of really putting it, and they give you, like, this boost of confidence, but he just got OS. They've had OS so many times this game, it's actually painful. And they've had snipe. I'm gonna get out of there. Grenades, like, they're really easy to... I don't know if this is the OS guy. Yep, it is. Grenades are really easy to bounce around the attics, so honestly, if they're throwing grenades, I would just get out of that attic as quick as you can, because I've seen people who are terrible throw grenades in there and they just happen to connect. Okay, now I've got these guys rushing me. I tried to dummy him then for a second and hope that he'd go around the other way. It didn't really work. I'm just going to lose the sniper now. I had quite a lot of ammo, so I had to get rid of it, realistically. A lot of people have trouble with Adrift. A lot of people think that the tight corners, they don't work very well to their advantage. I've seen that with countless players. You have to kind of adjust to the aggressive... Oh, God. Here we go. you know, you got the tight corners, and tight corners is something that's really frustrating in relation to Halo 4, because obviously Halo 4, some of the most biggest annoyances about Halo 4 are close-range problems, such as certain close-range power weapons being underpowered, like the gravity hammer, the scatter shot, etc. Then you get camo campers who can camp around a corner and assassinate you around it. The obvious problem of sticky grenades, and the list just goes on. And tight corners is something that really frustrates people. I know that BBK Dragoon, he hated this map, and he would always vote against it. And funnily enough, I actually like it. I think, like, I don't know if he's got beam rifle. He had beam rifle earlier. Okay. I like it. Maybe that's because of regen. Maybe regen works pretty well on this map. I think it does, to be honest, because there's so many corners that you can dip around a corner for a second, regen, and they don't know you've regen because you're around that corner. That's not a good example because it's not far enough around the corner, but you can plant your regen far enough around the corner to the point they can't see it, so then they start being aggressive at you because you're one shot and they're free shot or something, but then you come back round and you've got the upper hand. And that definitely happens a lot for me. I'm going to go this way and try for the pathetic ninja again. Not sure why I do that. Honestly, it's just a problem I have. I mean, I think it's just because our team sucks and I don't really care about weakening people down because I know they're going to fail anyway. I mean, it's really frustrating. Whatever the formula for finding teams on this game is just not right. It's really bad. And I did read a Reddit subreddit, a thread, sorry, about this topic. And I can't remember the system of how they chose it, but the system was definitely screwed up because it feels like they put one good person with the best person statistically, they put with the three worst people in the lobby. And that's just not right. Like, you shouldn't be punished for being a good player, playing solo queue. And it brings up the idea again of why I don't like playing solo on Halo 4, because it's just not very fun, honestly. And that sucks. Because that's all I used to do on Halo 3. Halo 3 was play solo and play multi-team, play lone wolves, game types like that. But anyway, the game's come to an end. I'll check my score quickly. It started off pretty horribly, I'm not going to lie. This was actually my first game of the day, so I was a little bit rusty, potentially. But I did go 30 and 15 in the end. I got a killing frenzy, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Let me know if you want to watch more of this. Obviously, I'll improve over time. This was just a kind of test run, I suppose, how I'd approach this. But I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. Peace out.